Yeah, my name's Gabe Zollner. If you want to get an idea of how screwed up this Congress is and how screwed up our country is, you want to try to catch some of the activities that are going on during the Congressional hearing, where they've got the Tea Party people talking about their personal experiences, how they were abused and how they were asked to fill out 90 different questionnaires, most of which were none of the IRS's business. And they only had a limited amount of time to do that in, and if the responses weren't sent back in a timely manner, then their application would be denied. Or actually, their file would be closed, which amounts to the same thing. What's really, really amazing is this is no different than any of the other hearings that I've watched with Congressman Darrell Issa. You've got the Democrats on one side, and you've got the Republicans on the other side, and the Democrats in essence, are blaming the Tea Party folks for what the IRS did to them. And what really happened is in the 2010 midterm elections, the Democrats got their head handed to them. And the Chicago machinery wouldn't permit that to happen again. And they knew the election was coming up in 2012 for the presidential position. So what they did is they unleashed the full wrath of the IRS onto any organization that had any kind of association with freedom or with Tea Parties or with conservative groups. And the big mistake that the administration made is they didn't target any of the liberal groups. If they would have, then it would be far more difficult. It would still be wrong based on all the questions that were asked and how they, more or less put them in a corner. If you didn't get this back to us in a timely fashion, then your file would be closed. But it just shows you how stupid they are, or how arrogant they are. In other words, hey, we can do what we want. It doesn't matter what they think and what they find out, because they can't touch us. I think there's a lot of that in this as well. And I think that if the Republicans keep digging, the truth will come out, and this will land at the bedpost of Obama. And I say the bedpost for the reasons that I've stated in previous videos that I've done on this particular topic, especially with Dougie Shulman, having visited the White House 161 times. Once again, if the purpose of his visits was to discuss the implementation and the integration of Obamacare into the IRS, then don't you think that Timmy Geithner would have been there as well, since the IRS reports to the Treasury, which is what I've stated in a couple of other previous videos. But what really disgusts me are the idiotic questions. Actually, the Democrats don't even really ask questions. They make statements like that Carl Levine guy. I mean, I know he's going to retire, but I mean, it's a joke. These guys are all complete jokes. Listen to what they're accusing the Tea Party members of. It's their fault. Yeah, it's their fault. It's never the Democrats' fault. Even when the Attorney General was being questioned, what did the Democrats use their time for? They didn't use their time to ask questions. They used the time to thank the Attorney General for the wonderful work that he's done. That's not why they were there. But that's why our government doesn't work. And sadly enough, our government can never be made to work under its present structure, because the Democrats always circle their wagons. They always vote for the party, and whatever the party presents by their leader, they stand behind. And if they have control, then they have control. What Obama desperately does not want, he desperately does not want the Senate to go to the Republicans in the midterm elections. He desperately wants to take control of the House. Based on what's going on right now, I highly doubt that they will prevail. I think there's going to be a clean sweep of the Senate. And I think it's going to be a clean sweep of the House, and the House will become more powerful than it is right now. And I think Obama's fate will be sealed. What do you think? I told you what I think.